So as you feel like you have the hang of u-substitution, you might practice these yourself and then check your work by following the video. So if we start with example 1, we need to integrate x times x squared minus 1 to the 5th dx. And I'm going to do this by u-substitution. So let's let u equal x squared minus 1. This means that du equals 2x dx, and if I divide both sides by 2, half of du equals x dx. So now I can substitute for all of my pieces. Since u equals x squared minus 1, I'll have u to the 5th, and since x dx equals 1/2 du, this will be 1/2 u du. And when I integrate this, I'll end up with, since I'm integrating with respect to u now, something u to the 6th, and this must have been 1/12 u to the 6th plus c. But since u equals x squared minus 1, then my original function would be 1/12 times x squared minus 1 to the 6th plus c. So again, I'm just using u-substitution to help me deal with the chain rule. Example 2, the integral of 3x minus 2 to the 4th dx. Let's go ahead and try this with u-substitution. We'll let u equal 3x minus 2. This means that du equals 3 dx, or 1/3 of du equals dx. So, putting this in terms of u, I'll have 1/3 u to the 4th du. When I integrate that, this must have come from 1/15 u to the 5th plus c. But since u equals 3x minus 2, I'd have 1/15 times 3x minus 2 to the 5th plus c. Example 3, we've got the integral of the square root of 5x minus 2, which is the same thing as 5x minus 2 to the 1/2 power dx. If I let u equal 5x minus 2, then du equals 5 dx, or 1/5 of du equals dx. So when I substitute in and get this in terms of u, this will be 1/5 u to the 1/2 du. And when we integrate this, I'll have 2/15 u to the 3/2 plus c. But u has the value of 5x minus 2, so my final answer will be 2/15 times 5x minus 2 to the 3/2 plus c. We'll do one more example on this section, and I'm just going to do 4 examples per section. So example number 4, let's deal with the integral of 4 times 6x minus 1 to the 2/3. Again, I would recommend pausing the video and trying it yourself. In this case, let's let u equal 6x minus 1. So du equals 6 dx. Now, what I see in this problem is I have 4 dx. So I can see that if I multiply both sides of this equation by 4/6, that the right-hand side becomes 4 dx. Right, so that means that 2/3 of du equals 4 dx. So now I have everything that I need so that I can make the substitution. This will be the integral of 2/3 times u to the 2/3 du. When we integrate this, we end up with u to the 5/3. That'll be 6/15 u to the 5/3 plus c, and since I already integrated it, I don't need this integral sign here. Don't know why I wrote that. And putting everything back in terms of x, since u is 6x minus 1, I have my solution. So there's the first 4 examples for u substitution.